Hey, what is the crack, everybody? That's right, it's me, the Minyon, and I'm back for another one of my special Minyon's recipes. Yeah, I made a second one, and this time it's about my Danger Darkworld deck. Now, Dangers and Darkworlds have very similar effects. They're both triggered when they're discarded from the hand. The main difference is Darkworlds has to be an effect, and Dangers can be anything. It can be an effect that discards them, it can be a cost that discards them. There is a huge difference there, and the main difference being if it says at the start of the card text, it's a cost. So you have to be kind of smart about it. Now, the main thing about this deck is it can just spam big monsters. Not a lot, like some decks can just get out like 7-8 special summons in one turn, which is exactly why you need Nibiru in your deck. Otherwise you're just going to get out summoned and beaten. But that doesn't stop the fact that you can still summon, very easily might I add, level 8 monsters. That's perfect. That is exactly what you want, because the likes of Grapha, so easy to special summon. You just low level monster on the field, bounce them back to your hand, Grapha's on the field, and then you just need to get another danger card out, and boom, you're straight into an XZ summon. Like, it's actually, this is probably one of the first decks I've made where you could probably go first every time, because the main goal of going first is you search through your deck, use all your Darkworld searches, you've got a few danger cards that'll help you kind of get through your deck as well. But the main objective is to get 2 level 8s on the field and get Harbinger, Dragon, Titanic, get him out as quickly as humanly possible. Why? Because he will shut down your opponent's ability to use spell cards. It's a priceless thing to do, especially if it's your opening move. Puts you in a bit of a control state, so just be warned now, the first spell, it doesn't work all the time. The first time you use it, he negates it. So if they maybe use something simple, you negate the simple one, then they whip out Regeki or something. So you need to use it wisely. Only use his ability if it's going to compromise him or your board. Otherwise, let them do what they want. Now, you've also got the Sun Dragon. He'll just destroy the board and it's game over. 2 very good X-Seed monsters there that you will summon very easily with this deck. Another great card as well, the Cheerful Coffin. It works pretty much exactly like card destruction, except, you know, 3 monsters you're discarding, and you'll have to pick and choose which ones. You might not want to discard all 3, maybe even just one might do the job, but it's great for triggering effects. And you wouldn't believe how many cards you can just pop off into a combo if you use something like, you know, card destruction, then activate your face down card, which is the Cheerful Coffin. And it's just a combo extender. It just keeps you going, keeps you cycling through your deck, and there's just unlimited combos you can pull off with this deck. Okay, maybe not unlimited, that's a bit hyperbolic, but come on, this deck has so much potential for just spamming, summoning, getting out your XZ monsters, and just taking control of the duel. You will want to be careful of what's in your graveyard as well, because a lot of these cards are based for the Darkworld cards. Your Dangers are just your engine. They're helping things tick over. So if you don't have any Fiends in your graveyard, you won't be able to use some of your Darkworld cards, and that is what lets you down. So just be careful there, because it's very essential you keep an eye on your graveyard, so you know, right, if I'm going to discard Chupacabra, I know I've got Bigfoot in there. There's no point discarding Chupacabra if you don't have any danger cards in there. So it is, you've got to always keep an eye on your graveyard with this deck, because there's just so many different types of monsters. It's insect, beast, winged beast, when you're primarily meant to be a Fiend deck. That's what a Darkworld deck is. So by mixing it with the Dangers, yeah, you're going to miss out on a bit of consistency. But with cards like Recurring Darkness, that's just Snow and Bigfoot right to your hand, combo keeps going on, and it's just a great extender. There's another good card as well, but you probably won't get around to using it too much. The only reason I even put these guys in here is because the hand traps are tuners, and you never know if, you know, the situation arises that you'll need them. Now, that's not to insinuate that you're going to always need to go to the extra deck. The extra deck is great. It's got your top monsters in there. You could just get out when you need them for certain situations. But that doesn't mean that they're going to be needed in every situation. One thing I've noticed about this Darkworld Danger deck is you could just spam out those monsters. Get as many monsters on the field as you can. Rack up the attack on your guys. And just go for the jugular. If you don't need to draw monsters out of the extra deck, then don't. Just one thing I've noticed about this game is if you change the status of the board by bringing out something from the extra deck, you could be playing into something your opponent wanted. Maybe it's that one extra summon that they needed you to do so that you could get Nibiru'd, and boom, your board's gone. You end up with a little crappy token and you're basically eliminated next turn. So if you don't need to use the extra deck, then don't bother. Clear the field, get as many monsters out there as you can, and just go straight for the neck. But this is a lot of fun. You get your Sun Dragon out, he'll wipe the board. Silent Honorarch, of course, for your monster removal. And of course, Hope Harbinger, Dragon Titanic Galaxy. He is going to be your main focus. You get that guy out in the field, especially against someone who runs Necrons, because they just boom with the ritual cards constantly. Now, it took me ages to beat this guy because it's just so easy for him to ritual summon. They all boost each other up. They all give each other attack points or allow you to get a ritual card from your deck or something. So the only way to take him down was to focus on getting Hope Harbinger out. Get Hope Harbinger out, there's nothing he can do. He's shut out of the game. And from there, it's just a simple win. Now that's not going to happen with all decks, especially in the current metagame with monster effects taking the main priority over spell and trap effects. Traps are all but dead now. But you want to get that guy out straight away, and it'll at least give you the option to shut down their spell card, therefore giving you a chance to take charge of the game. Now I must admit I was a little weary about Link monsters at first, but I've warmed up to them a bit more, I've given them a chance, and sometimes they can be pivotal. I mean, a lot of them will just be your standard monster removal, they could be spell and trap card removal, or something simple like Wee Witch's Apprentice. Once it goes to the graveyard, you add a dark monster from your graveyard to your hand. That's a great way of getting Danger Bigfoot back. You could use his effect, he gets special summoned, and then you got an 8-star 3000 beat stick on the field. Very, very effective. But there's loads of other combos you can do in this deck. I love just using Gates of Darkworld to extend and keep going, draw a card, remove them from the graveyard. But like I said at the start, be wary of what's in the graveyard. Keep an eye on it, make sure you've always got a fiend in there, because there's nothing worse than making your whole plan and then realizing, oh, it's an insect card I've got in there. Brilliant. Yeah, that can shut down your combo immediately. You might as well surrender the duel right now. But this deck is very good at doing one thing, and that's popping. It'll pop that back row, it'll pop their monsters, it'll give you a chance to get in there, but odds are they've probably got some sort of hand trap to stop you. So you do have to be very careful. Go to your side deck if you need to. I mean, like I've got a Danger Jackalope in there. Jackalope is great for getting any monster out in defense mode. Use it for a summon, mainly because it'll be useless in defense mode. But that's just a great move right there. You've got other tactics as well. Effect Failure. He's okay, but he's no Ghost Ogre. Call of the Grave, brilliant card, and Danger Zone. I wasn't sure at first if Danger Zone would work with Darkworlds. Obviously it works with Dangers. So I stuck it in to give it a try, and it does. It covers both. It's not a cost, it's an effect, so it triggers the Darkworld effect. I know it's a trap, but hey, stick it in there. It's 3 cards and you get to use 2 effects. You get to use the Danger and the Darkworld. And that's just combo play right there. So your opponent really never stands a chance, especially when you just jump straight into Hope Harbinger and end it. But that's if you do want to go down the route of having a few trap cards in there. The Force of Darkness as well, just in case you want to make an extender to your combos. But check it out, Mess around with the ratio yourself if you think I got it wrong, or if you prefer having more or less. But yeah, it's all about the graphing, man. So stay tuned for my next recipe. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you around.